Hello my follows, are you fine? I hope everything is fantastic. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel Cryptosphere. Bitcoin, Ethereum and Pi Network, they will boost the world. Michael Saylor, co-founder and executive chairman of MicroStrategy, is a prominent advocate for Bitcoin, and he has shared various perspectives on the difference between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Below is a summary of his views, distilled into key points without relying on direct quotes. Michael Saylor identifies Bitcoin as digital gold, emphasizing its role as a store of value. He believes Bitcoin's scarcity, with a capped supply of 21 million coins, makes it a reliable hedge against inflation. Saylor argues that Bitcoin's security and decentralization create a robust network that is less susceptible to manipulation. He views Bitcoin's proof-of-work consensus mechanism as a strength, ensuring the network's integrity and security. In his opinion, Bitcoin is primarily a financial asset, a digital currency that can be used for transactions but is mostly viewed as a long-term investment. Saylor expresses skepticism about Ethereum's inflationary model, particularly concerning the potential for future supply increases. 7. He differentiates Bitcoin from Ethereum by stating that Bitcoin is designed to be a monetary system, whereas Ethereum is a platform for decentralized applications, dApps. Saylor believes that while Ethereum has potential use cases, its network dynamics and governance are more complex and less predictable than Bitcoin's. He highlights the simplicity of Bitcoin's primary use case, which is to transfer value with minimal friction. In contrast, he sees Ethereum as being more experimental, with various projects and tokens built on its infrastructure, leading to greater risk. Saylor points out that Bitcoin's community is focused on a singular purpose, which is to secure and grow the Bitcoin network. He notes that Ethereum's frequent updates and changes can create uncertainty around its long-term viability. Saylor appreciates Bitcoin's status as a global standard for value, making it easier for people to understand and adopt. He compares the volatility in Ethereum to that of traditional tech stocks and believes it can deter institutional investors. Saylor has referred to Bitcoin as the only digital asset that matters, maintaining that it sets the standard for all cryptocurrencies. He argues cryptocurrencies other than Bitcoin, including Ethereum, are often viewed with suspicion due to their varying degrees of decentralization. Saylor has expressed concern about the regulatory scrutiny that platforms like Ethereum might face compared to Bitcoin, which he sees as being more established. He emphasizes that Bitcoin's simplicity and singularity make it less likely to face existential threats that could arise from multifunctional networks like Ethereum. 19. Saylor believes that Bitcoin's focus on being a digital store of value aligns it with traditional safe haven assets like gold. He argues that Ethereum's value proposition is diluted by the multitude of projects built on its blockchain, creating competition for attention and investment. Saylor points out that Bitcoin is supported by a wide array of businesses and institutions that recognize its value. He has often mentioned that Bitcoin has a clear narrative that resonates well with investors, contrasting this with Ethereum's diverse narratives. Saylor believes that Bitcoin is the best way to invest in the crypto space, as it serves a singular purpose. He often critiques the environmental concerns associated with Ethereum, especially as it has transitioned to a proof-of-stake model. Saylor suggests that Bitcoin mining should be seen as a service to humanity, providing security to the network. He sees Bitcoin as the definitive ledger of value transfer, distinguishing it from Ethereum's broader functionality. Saylor argues that Bitcoin has proven its resilience over time, while Ethereum has yet to establish a long-term track record. He highlights Bitcoin's network effect, where each additional user adds value to the network. Saylor criticizes the perceived inflation of Ethereum's supply, noting that it doesn't have a fixed cap like Bitcoin. He argues that Ethereum's transition to proof-of-stake raises questions about its decentralization and security. Saylor sees Bitcoin as a foundation of a new financial system, while Ethereum serves more as an experiment in technology. He has expressed skepticism regarding Ethereum's governance model, likening it to a sort of corporate structure instead of a decentralized one. Saylor emphasizes Bitcoin's security over Ethereum, asserting that Bitcoin will ultimately be viewed as a superior asset in the long term. He believes that Bitcoin will continue to be adopted by more companies and nations as a strategic reserve asset. Saylor views Bitcoin as the principal cryptocurrency that will survive any market shakeout. He appreciates Bitcoin's unchangeable monetary policy, contrasting it with Ethereum's potential for changes through governance. In discussions, He often views Bitcoin as an asset that maintains its value, while Ethereum can often be subject to speculative hype. Saylor argues that the energy consumption of Bitcoin mining should be viewed positively as it incentivizes sustainable energy production. He believes the clarity of Bitcoin's mission makes it more appealing to average consumers compared to the complex ecosystem of Ethereum. Thank you for watching my video. For more updates, subscribe to my YouTube channel.